do what I do.
Brought my mom and my grandma and my Uncle Slim, took a bus and they came out to California. That same little old black lady that you see over my shoulder right there, okay? The other, right there, there's Grandma, Elmyra King Williams. That's why she left. She literally packed up the plantation. All her kids had left. My aunties had moved to Chicago. My uncles had moved to Chicago. Her oldest son had moved out to Los Angeles, California. So that's where she went. So she packed up her two youngest kids and she left. About a year or so later, her husband, my grandpa, who they called Teal, his real name was Eddie Williams, he left too. So my family was part of that migration. You understand? We weren't the only ones. Clarksdale, Mississippi, to the east side of Los Angeles, California, Long Beach, Compton, all these places filled up. And see, again, they brought the spirituals, the blues, the sounds born in slave cabins and shotgun churches of Mississippi Delta. There wasn't a day go by, Sunday didn't go by, my grandmother wouldn't hop on her piano and play some old songs from the South. And we had collard green and cornbread every day. She had a garden in the backyard. So soul food wasn't even soul food. That was just our food. That's just what we ate. We would have catfish or fried fish. There would be a fish market. My uncles would go down there on a Friday and get fish. And this is what my household looked like. So I basically had a Southern household right there on 1104 West 58th Place, Los Angeles, California. If you look it up, it's right there behind John Muir Junior High School, where I went to junior high school, and Butlong Elementary. They also brought the oratory rooted in the call and response. Church, yes, Lord. Let the church say amen. Amen. You see? And the vernacular of the field and the coded language of resistance. So, I do my best to try to speak, clearly so you all can understand me, because I know there's a diverse crowd. But if you catch me around my people, I'm gonna sound a lot more like I'm from Mississippi than I will like I'm from Los Angeles, because the people that raised me were straight out of Mississippi. See, these modern day young folk from California, they say, yeah, man, hell of this, hell of that, because they have a different kind of twang. They grew up in the 2000s and the 2015s, but the people that raised me, they were fresh out the Mississippi Delta. And so that's why the way I speak is the way they speak. You understand? The other thing they brought resilience. People who survived 250 years of slavery, 100 years of legal apartheid. They brought order, discipline, moral clarity, what Du Bois once described as a people trained by suffering. You understand me? And so, in this regard, it was a different kind of vibe that you got from our people who came up at that particular time period. Now, they didn't just assimilate. They literally transformed everything they touched. In places like Chicago, they built Bronzeville. And this was a black metropolis. It was a home of jazz legends. It was labor organizers and race record companies. Okay. And then you had New York. They took over Harlem, launching the Harlem Renaissance and cultural explosion of black brilliance. And that rocked the Western world. And oh my God, Los Angeles. I grew up hearing stories about Central Avenue, which was the hub of the West Coast black culture before Hollywood ever looked their way. You understand me? In Houston, we solidified Third Ward. It was a bastion of black Southern dignity, and it remains influential to this day. Any black person worth their salt who comes out of Houston, Texas, either went to school or has strong ties to what we call, Third Ward, Houston, Texas. Shout out to everybody else. I'm just putting it in there for you, baby. I just need y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Okay. And so we were doing it. Our people were really doing it. We were doing it. And You know, even places like Detroit, and I mentioned this earlier, why people came from. And these weren't just neighborhoods; they were nation states of black expression. They had their own newspapers and churches and schools and nightclubs and civic organizations and political machines were Black America and Northern edition, but never detached from their Southern roots. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. I haven't shown this photograph in a while, man. This is my my great granddaddy. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put a little picture up of him, man. I want y'all to take a look at my great granddaddy. He was a black attorney, and he went to a HBCU, and he graduated. He's from Mississippi. So this is my grandmother's great granddaddy, or great granddaddy. His name is G.W. Jones. This is his obituary. He was born in April 15, 1857 in Yellowbusher County, Mississippi. He was admitted to the bar in 1877. So right at the end of Reconstruction. So he's an educated man. I want y'all to understand what our people were doing right out of slavery. My granddaddy, my great granddaddy, was born a slave. Okay, in 1857, 3 years before the Civil War started, he was born a slave. And he died one of the richest black lawyers in America. His daughter married a man who you all may know as the Potato King, or the Potato King's son. The Potato King was one of the richest black men in Kansas. You know, he was one of the most successful black lawyers in Kansas. Nicodemus, Kansas was a town that he helped form for free blacks. He moved to Memphis. He was a newspaper writer. So this is what we were doing. He passed away. Well, I'll read a little bit more about him. He was admitted to the bar in 1877, was elected councilman of Grenada, Mississippi. That's actually where my people are from. And in 1844 was a presidential elector for the state of Mississippi. Upon the Blaine and Logan ticket, he came to Graham County, Kansas in 1877. The white people, he had to leave Mississippi because they were threatening to kill him because he was so successful as an attorney. He was able to, and this is a time when black people didn't have rights, he was able to win a case against a white man in court. Now, this is that lady that you see over my shoulder. This is her great granddaddy. Okay. He was a Republican nominee. You understand that? This is back when we were Republicans. Was a Republican nominee for county attorney in 1890. Was a candidate for state auditor before the Republican convention in 1894. Left the Republican Party just after the St. Louis convention in the fall and was nominated by the Populists for county attorney and elected. And the term of office will expire on January 1st, 1899. So my grandfather was the first black attorney. A great grandfather was the first black attorney in Nicodemus County, Kansas. So, you know, our people were doing things, man. You know, our people were doing big things. And so, and I actually have his certificate. This is crazy, right? This is his certificate to be admitted to practice in federal court in Graham County, Mississippi. I'm sorry, in the United States court, federal court in Kansas. This is it right here. His name is right there, George W. Jones. So I come from a long line, 1898. You know, the work is it's there for you. That's it right there. George W. Jones, attorney and counselor, solicitor, advocate, and proctor, said circuit court the 30th day of November, 1898, man. You know, so my people been here a long time. You know, my people been doing big things for a long time. And so you really just can't get away from who you are, no matter how hard you try. And just in case you guys want to see, I'll show you. This is his. Man, I hate to even keep showing you. Well, just to drive home the point, man. This is a court case that you can find that he was cited in. He's such a brilliant attorney. Let me see if I can pull this up, man. This is a court case. His client was a brother named Blackman. Let me know if y'all can see that. Can you all see that? Let me see if y'all can see that. You can look this up. His brother, this is the Supreme Court of Kansas. He was representing the defendant. And funny thing is, he was a personal injury lawyer, like I am. Isn't that crazy? So G.W. Jones. What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something and you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Holly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, vote and earn. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta know this. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.